galactic conservation station drifted silently in orbit around the desolate world of Kepler 442c. Inside its massive biodomes lived the last surviving remnants of wildlife from a dozen extinct civilizations. Dr. Liana Chun stood before the reinforced viewing panel of Habitat 7, watching the morning feeding routine with calm precision. Beside her, 8-year-old Daniel Martinez bounced excitedly, his breath fogging the transparent aluminum. "Tell me again, why did we bring Earth animals here?" he asked, eyes fixed on a stocky gray creature digging steadily through the artificial soil. Liana smiled softly. He had asked that question at least a dozen times since arriving on the station as part of the refugee transport. His parents, xenobiologists, had died during the Zaphirian War. Now Daniel, along with dozens of other human children, was under her care. "Because," she said, crouching to his level, "when the Galactic Council decided to preserve extinct species, they didn't understand something important." "What?" "Earth's animals aren't just specimens." She looked back at the creature. "They're survivors." The honey badger, classified as Mellivora capensis, specimen 7 alpha, paused and looked directly at them. Its dark eyes held an unsettling intelligence, one that had already made several alien species uncomfortable during past diplomatic visits. The Zaphirians, especially, had demanded the creature be moved to a more secure facility. "Incoming priority transmission," the station AI announced. Liana froze. "Zaphirian battle cruiser approaching. Arrival in 14 minutes. Her blood ran cold. The ceasefire had lasted 6 months, but Zaphirian ships never arrived without reason. She activated her comm. "This is Dr. Chun. All departments, initiate emergency protocol 7. Begin civilian evacuation immediately." Daniel tugged her sleeve. "What about the animals?" "The habitats have independent life support," she replied quickly. "They'll be safer than we are." But Daniel didn't move. He stood still, staring through the glass. "Dr. Chun, look." Liana turned and felt her breath catch. The honey badger wasn't alone. 7 more had gathered. And behind them, an impossible sight. Wolves, meerkats, ravens, even a full-grown grizzly bear. All together. All outside their designated habitats. "That's not possible," Liana whispered. The AI responded instantly. Multiple containment systems breached. Biolocks bypassed through coordinated behavior. Intelligence levels exceed previous estimates. The station trembled violently. The Zaphirian cruiser had locked onto them. Evacuation pods were disabled. They were trapped. Daniel pressed his hands against the glass. "They're not scared," he said quietly. And he was right. The animals showed no fear. The honey badger calmly groomed its claws. The wolves stood in formation, alert but controlled. The meerkats watched like sentinels. Even the bear remained steady, focused. Then, the docking bay doors opened. Zaphirian soldiers entered the station. 8 feet tall, scaled, armed with razor-sharp claws and weapons. Born predators. "Attention, human specimens," their leader announced. "You will be relocated. Resistance will result in termination." Liana pulled Daniel behind cover. There was no escape, no plan, no hope. "Dr. Chun," Daniel whispered. "The honey badger. It's looking at you." She turned. The creature had pressed its nose against the glass. Then slowly, it raised its paw and placed it exactly where Daniel's handprint remained. The lights went out. Darkness. Then emergency red light flooded the station. And everything changed. All habitat barriers opened. Every single one. "Impossible," Liana breathed. "Species collaboration detected," the AI announced. "Barrier protocols overridden." The first Zaphirian soldier entered the lab. And stopped. The honey badger sat calmly in the center of the corridor. Behind it, shadows moved. Silent. Watching. Daniel giggled. The sound echoed strangely in the tension-filled air. The soldier turned toward them, weapon raised. The honey badger looked up, then began walking forward. Not rushing, not attacking. Walking. Confident. Fearless. The soldier fired. The energy blast struck the floor. The animal had already stepped aside. Kept walking. Now the wolves joined, moving like living shadows. Daniel laughed again. "It's not afraid," he said. "None of them are." The soldier stepped back. Confused. Uncertain. The honey badger sat again, just out of reach, and resumed grooming as if nothing mattered. "Status report," came the command. "Encountering unknown resistance." the soldier replied. These creatures do not behave like prey. Across the station, similar scenes unfolded. Ravens struck from above. Wolves coordinated attacks. Meerkats swarmed without hesitation. And the honey badgers, they simply walked forward. Fearless. Unstoppable. As if fear itself didn't exist. Tactical withdrawal. The command finally came. These specimens demonstrate unacceptable resistance. Daniel laughed openly now. They're not specimens, he said. They're survivors. Moments later, the Zaphirian cruiser disengaged, retreating into space. Silence returned, and Lina finally understood. The Galactic Council had been wrong. It wasn't human weapons or technology that made them dangerous. It was something deeper. Their refusal to fear. Their instinct to understand, adapt, and endure. Daniel pressed his hand against the glass once more. The honey badger mirrored him. Two survivors, recognizing each other. Can we keep them? Daniel asked. Lina looked around, at the animals who had chosen to protect instead of flee, at the child who laughed in the face of predators, at a galaxy that still didn't understand humanity. She smiled softly. I think, she said, they're keeping us. Please follow my channel for more videos. One click from you can change my life.